Hey guys, how you doing? My name's Josh and I just wanted to share some information today. Don't know if you've never seen my previous videos. I usually speak about esoteric knowledge, astrology, and the current transformation that's taking place on this earth right now, which is based on energy and transformation from a delusional and detached world from nature to the re-emergence of spirit, re-emergence of creativity, and the disillusion of the ego. Now, I just watched a video by an interesting guy who has spilled a very interesting point, and that point was in terms of the calendar. You have the Mayan year, and within the first 6 months of that Mayan year, there is a lot more activity taking place in terms of energy cultivation from both sides, from the so-called demonic realms and the angelic realms, which this all happens within the mind. For those who are practicing semen retention, you'll probably notice that during the night, most nights, or you just have a lot more interactions with females in your dreams, or even thinking, just more fantasizing in your mind, more thoughts which aren't yours are coming into your mind and mutating themselves, trying to pretty much take you away from your highest self, pretty much. So one thing, in order to really protect yourself from this, is obviously your meditation, your eating healthy, your grounding, but crystals in particular, especially grounding crystals. The elemental form of how these vibrate at certain levels really depends on the person, and also how they react, how they manifest certain energies. For example, a tiger's eye it vibrates at a frequency which sustains your root self, so it keeps you feeling safe and secure and grounded, not so lost in the world of the mind, more so connected to earth, being more present. So this is really, these crystals, tiger's eye, obsidian, dark crystals, usually of a dark color, which are quite heavy and dense. You'd have to do more research on this, but these types of crystals are very good for protection, especially during the first 6 months of the new Mayan calendar, which has only just reset after 6,000 years. This is all based on astrology and even science, and also many esoteric narratives, which you'd have to read up more on this. I can't explain the full depth of this in a video. This would take me days. But all in all, crystals right now are probably one of the best things you need to invest in, because it's not even a couple of crystals just to ground you. £20. There you go. You're fine. You don't need a big collection of crystals. All you need is a couple of strong, quite decent size, probably about that big, dark crystals to ground you. For those who are in this sort of state, because I know from personal experience, this has been happening to me a lot more often. These attacks during the night. Men who, on semen retention, you know what I mean. Happening way more recently than, before the spring equinox. Throughout the whole of winter, it was quite rare, apart from at the beginning. But now it's definitely because it's a mixture between the sun, the energy of the sun, and the heat, the temperature, and pretty much this aligning with the fall of Babylonian construct, which, this is a many thousands of years development of delusion. The matrix is crumbling, but these forces won't go without fight. You got to understand that it's not the thoughts aren't yours. Stop identifying yourself with thoughts. If you think, oh, I'm just fantasizing too much, it's all my fault. No, it's not your fault. You just need to protect yourself. You need to understand where these thoughts come from. You need to understand that don't make any other internal conclusions on why you're having such difficulty trying to get out of an addiction right now. It has not got anything to do with you. You're doing the right thing. For those who are in the same position as me, you're fine. The only thing is, you just need to protect yourself. It's not got anything to do with you being, there's no relation to why this is happening in terms of your life, as you've made this decision. It's not like you need this addiction. No one needs addictions. It's just right now, people don't realize that. The reason why these thoughts are coming into your mind, the reason why there's more lustful tendencies is because there are other forces trying to possess you. It's not got anything to do with you and your intention in life. Not got anything to do with that. Nothing. I had the same idea a few months ago when I thought, well, I think it'd be a good idea if I indulge in more pleasure. No. That's just me that's just me making a conclusion that, oh, maybe I need it. No. That's just a demonic thought, a spirit trying to possess me. I've only just realised that recently. So it's important to know, it's important to realise that we are all in spiritual warfare. World War III is already happening. It's been happening for years. So it's all in the mind. Whenever you have lustful thoughts and you think that, or you just make a conclusion that, well, maybe this is a sign that maybe I need to put the discipline to the side for a minute, maybe I need some indulgence. No, that's just the first sign of you. There shouldn't be any difference between how well disciplined you should be now compared to how you were 6 months ago. The only difference now is that there are way more demonic spirits trying to possess you. It's not got anything to do with, oh, it's summer, let go, you know what I mean? It's okay, just once, and turns into twice, 3 times. I'm talking about any addiction. I'm not referring to like porn or masturbation or sex. I'm referring to anything that you're addicted to. Crystals will protect you. That's a fact. If you don't have crystals on you right now, I really do actually feel quite sorry for you. But I shouldn't. Because if you've got the money, if you've got the opportunity, which most people do have the opportunity to get 2 crystals to themselves, you need to do that quite quickly, because it's only going to get more intense if not. It's a fact. Crystals are very powerful if you know how to activate them. You can't just buy them and, keep them in your pocket. You need to charge them in the sun, water. You need to speak to them, affirm to them as if they are live beings, because that's what they are. Every day, every night. Affirm to them, charge them in crystals, charge them next to a fire. Keep them out in the sun as much as you can. These things are gonna save your conscience at this point, because there are a lot of people, vessels, who are becoming slowly more and more, very gradually, more and more detached from themselves, because they don't really understand that thoughts aren't theirs. So they're not even aware that they're being possessed slowly. Because this is what is it? This is what this is. This is purely spiritual warfare. This has nothing to do with internalizing, making conclusions about yourself in the inside. You should be just as disciplined now as you was 6 months ago. The only difference is there are more spirits trying to body snatch you. So that's all I wanted to say. I'm going to keep this video quite short. All in all, I hope you will take care of yourselves and investing things that are going to protect you, because this world is not what you think. Peace and love to all you all.